じゃあ、最後になりますが、今チャイルズ先生からね、恵まれない立場と言われてしまいました高校の英語の先生、浅田さんお願いします。
過去、30、何年か、都立高校でずっと英語を教えてきましたが、そこで、使ってきた方法というのは、いわゆる伝統的な、文法訳読方式というものでした。In the past 36 years or so, during which I have taught English to students, high school students, I basically followed the teaching methods adopted, I suppose, by most of the Japanese teachers of English at the senior high level. That is the grammar translation method. その中で、3校ほど進学校といわゆる進学校というところで、もう教えてきて、今も嘱託で教えているんですけれども、そこでは文法訳読方式だけではなくて、英語でですね、質疑応答するというような方法も使っています。Of the three schools where I taught that are geared to preparing the students to college entrance examinations, I tried to employ a different method than the grammar translation method, using English as the language of instruction. そこでですね、日本の、東京に限らず、日本の高校、中学などの公立高校の教員がですね、全て英語で授業を教えると、あるいはほとんど英語で教えるということになったらどんなことが起きるでしょうか。What would happen if the Japanese teachers of English at public high schools were to conduct their English classes entirely or mostly in English? 典型的なケースというか、おそらく教員が一方的に講義をし、説明をし、話していて、生徒は一方的に聞くだけと、質問をすることはあまりなく、ほとんどなくですね、仮にあっても英語でするのは難しいということで日本語で聞いてくるというような状況が考えられます。A typical case would be the teacher lecturing, explaining, speaking, and the student just listening and listening, seldom asking the teacher any questions or daring to ask the questions in Japanese if there are some students bold enough to do so. そこでですね、それで、おそらく、日本人の英語教員の中でどのぐらいの人数の人が、英語を使わずに日本語に切り替えるというようなことをしない人が、なんていうかな、頑固に顔面にですね、英語を使い続けるということができる生徒は果たして何人ぐらいいるだろうかと思うんですね。I wonder how many Japanese teachers of English would be adamant enough not to change their language of instruction to their mother tongue in a situation like this. そこでですね、ちょっと時間の関係もあるので用意した話全部できないんですが、質問の方に移らせていただきたいと思います。For want of time, I cannot talk about all the things I prepared for this discussion. Let's move on to my asking part. 大多数の日本人は英語が楽に聞き取れて、自由に話せて、読み書きが楽にできたらいいなというふうに思ってるんでしょうけれども、必要に迫られて並々ならぬ努力を重ねる人の数というのは限られているのではないでしょうか。 most of the Japanese people, I suppose, want to be able to listen to English, speak, read, and write it without difficulty. で、海外勤務とか命じられるとかですね、多国籍企業なんかで働くなど必要に迫られる状況になければ、バイリンガルになるための努力をしようとは思っていないのではないかなと思うのです。But I wonder how many of them are willing to make strenuous efforts to master these skills out of necessity. Most of the people do not think of working hard to be bilingual unless they are driven by necessity to do so, like when they are ordered by their company to work overseas or when they are employed in multinational corporations. カナダの一部とかウェールズのような2カ国の併用社会とは異なって、日本人の一部の人を除けば過半数の日本人は果たしてバイリンガルな日本というものを求めているのか、疑問があります。I wonder if a large majority of Japanese want a bilingual Japan, as some Canadians and Welsh people want their society to be bilingual. 文科省が英語の話せる日本人構想というのを描いて、いるけれども、笛吹けど踊らぬという状況はまだまだ続きそうに思われます。No matter whether the Ministry of Education formulates its plan to bring up English-speaking Japanese, and no matter how hard they enforce mandatory in-house training on the Japanese teachers of English at public middle and high schools, scarcely anyone dances to their tune. And no end to this unfavorable situation seems to come in sight in the near future. 短期的に見ればちょっと悲観的な状況なんですけれども、長期的に見た場合にはですね、少子高齢化の結果、日本社会が人種的、文化的、言語的な国際化、これは真の意味での国際化ということですが、それがなされた時には、バイリンガルな日本が実現する可能性が高くなると思われます。In the long run, however, as Japan moves still further towards a society with an aging population due to a low birth rate, a racial, cultural, and linguistic internationalization, in the true sense of the word, may be brought about. And the odds are that Japanese will be a bilingual society. それでこれが実現するにはどのぐらい時間がかかるのでしょうか。How long will it take before this happens? チャールズ博士の見解を聞きたいと思います。I'd like to invite your comment on this, Dr. Childs.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm impressed with the organization of your observations, and I agree with your assumptions. I think that's so good. Have you considered writing what you just said and having it published somewhere in a newspaper or that? It would be very, very interesting because you raise all the best questions. The grammar translation method in Japan is over 1,000 years old. It was the only way to learn Chinese for centuries and centuries. And naturally, the same method was assumed to apply to modern European languages when they came into Japan. And there was some support, theoretical support for that from the Europeans themselves. Only recently have we come to understand that that's not the best way to learn a modern language if you're planning on using it and speaking it and understanding it when people are using it. That understanding has not penetrated the Japanese population much at all. But there's a very great difference between learning about a language, which is the grammar translation method, and learning to participate in the language, which is what is being asked for these days. And I think the clear distinction between learning about a language, juken eigo, and the learning to actually think in a language and participate in it is gaining acceptance in the public. I think that in the near future, many more parents, as well as educators, are going to notice a clear distinction, even a choice, between grammar translation method and learning English for actual use. And there's going to be an increasing demand for the ability for students to choose which they would like. Do they want the entrance exam oriented choice? Okay. We assume now that 100% of them want that, but only about 60% of Japanese high school students actually go to any college, any university. What about the others? So I think parents and others will begin to demand a choice of learning about English or learning to do English, or both, or neither. That might be a possibility too. So there's going to be increasing recognition that these are alternatives and that they're possibilities, and an increasing demand for the ability to choose. And I speak of increases very easily. It's an easy word to say, but I think actually the realization of the theoretical differences between the two styles of looking at a language will catch on quickly, and so the increase in demand for real alternatives will accelerate. So I really do not think it will take another 150 years for Japanese people to embrace bilingualism.